Alright, we're out here at the homestead, out at the solar house, and it's been raining pretty hard for a couple days now. And just wanted to show you some of the fruits of our ditch labor. So we still have some flooding around here. This stuff's, it's really just puddles. It doesn't really know where to go. Here's our little bridge that we made back when this was all like terrible water. And here is what we accomplished. So the original creek, the old creek, runs down this way, and it's running more freely than I've ever seen it run. It's actually looking, oop, there goes a frog. It's actually looking pretty good. You can even see maybe all the way down there. It's running and it's looking great. It seems like it's really starting to cut out its own channels. So coming back up the creek, you can see that this, which used to be the original creek, is running a little bit, which is really nice. And this little accessory channel that we cut is running. But this, back there is where the original creek like jumped track and started cutting its own channel. And this is like the former swamp, which fortunately is not running very much at all. We kind of cut this hoping to manage any overflow, and it obviously flowed at least a little because it's really soft. But it hasn't been raining for a few hours now, and this is all, it's not quite as alive as all of this, which is the original creek bed, going down to what we cut over there by our funky little bridges. And man, I'm remembering how dog tired I was at the end of our last day out here. So, this is running okay. It's not perfect, and one good storm is gonna mess up a lot of the work, but it is at least recognizable now as a creek instead of just an endless insect swamp. And it does get pretty swampy back in here. This creek's really confused. It's kind of running everywhere. That one really long branch is clogging up a lot of stuff. That might have been recent, actually. But we dug that out, and there's Bert. And so yeah, that's the channel that it jumped. And man, I was going to cross over here. Let's see how waterproof these boots really are, huh? Ooh. I guess that's not so bad. Sucking mud. Cloying mud. So this is where, when we were working out here before, this is where the water really wanted to go. And it's going. It's going down this way, and it's already sort of cutting out like depth in this channel. It's not as flat and shallow as it was. And it looks like this silly little bank that we made is actually holding pretty well. The water's definitely focusing in sort of the intended direction. Now there is some flooding back over here where it just looks like stuff's kind of just, sort of leaking out through this pile here and draining down from the hill and coming down here. And, it can't find the creek. So it's just sort of turning into a little mini swamp. But given that this little mini swamp used to be about 40 feet across, I'm going to call this a win. So we got creek coming down that way, and this is looking really nice. It's got a nice flow to it. There's not nearly as much of those like stagnant mosquito nursery puddles that there used to be. And it's coming down here, and there's some water in here, but I think it's just drained that way. This is still like a low spot here. And that's the progress on the dang old creek.